Hello everybody, this is TONIK TZW and we are here in division with my good friend Vinny Speed. I am sailing the Tier 4 British destroyer, the Acasta, and we're going to see what happens when the whole team goes left. We do have two destroyers in the game, but right off the bat, the other destroyer seems to be static and not doing anything. Maybe, he's picking his nose or something as he's getting ready and doesn't want to get his controller all sticky. Now, initially, we think we are going to head off to the left side. That seems to be the done thing in this game. And I'm watching the mini-map as I move over and looking at what's happening, and I see that we do have a cruiser that's rushing straight for that gap, which really isn't the smartest of ideas given that destroyers love to come down, past that lion's head, shoot the torpedoes through, and spot for the bigger ships coming in behind them. And I think the two of the ships that are there with him realise that this is potentially a problem, or should I say potentially a potato, and he is just going to die, and they turn and they start running away. And without a second thought, the DD appears there. It's a Fubuki, out the way of everything, and I don't think that cruiser is going to last long at all, because I do believe there's a battleship and another cruiser right up there with the destroyer. So I'm seeing the threat that's coming up and realising there's a big gap in the centre and there's absolutely nobody on the right hand side. And I decide in my little boat that I am going to go and charge over there and see if I can do something to at least blunt the push, slow them down, and give our guys a chance to push up around to the red team cap. Now, I do ask these guys for help, the Oklahoma, and I didn't see what that cruiser was there, but I do ask them for help, saying, look, get back, turn around, I'm coming over to help you. My mate Vinny Speed is thinking the same thing, and while it looks like he is sailing off in the wrong direction, he's going on a bit of a saga cruise, and he's going to take it around the island and then come back in towards us. So we now know, looking at the minimap, we've got two destroyers over here, the Janwei and the Fubuki, because we have one spotted and the other one is undetected. In fact, there we go, they're both undetected. So two destroyers, I see at least two battleships and at least a cruiser. So that's 5 ships across here at a minimum. And I do believe one of those destroyers is sat in the smoke. We can see his guns firing. And I'm just going to put my torpedoes there because we all know that smoke screens are magnets for torpedoes. We've lost that cruiser. He didn't last long. The Gorky just took him to pieces, basically. The left flank is being very cautious about pushing round. They really do seem to be taking their time. Our other destroyer is going to get himself spotted, I think, as he comes past that little island on the 12 o'clock of the minimap. And just like that, I take a destroyer off the map. Fubuki just sails straight into a torpedo. It was a lucky shot, by my own admission. But if he's going to sit in a smoke, I'm going to put torpedoes there. And if he's going to come sailing towards me, he's probably going to hit one. Now, I know that I am located, so something out there has got me. My closest target does appear to be the Gorky, using Perceptive on here. So he's at 8 kilometres. But we notice, there we go, it switches. Gorky 7.9, so we know there's another target within 7.9 kilometres. And I think he's going to hunt this battleship who's been turning around. And I do click the minimap to say, hey, look, he's right here. Put your guns here because I will get him spotted. And there he comes. Now I'm spotted, he's spotted, he's turning for torpedoes, I'm going guns. The battleship's got a secondaries running on him, he's hitting the smoke. I'm in my smoke, I know that he can't torpedo me. So I'm safe in my smoke, and I'm going to try and lead him out of his smoke. But our battleship takes avoid in action. He takes 2. And then takes some fire from the other cruisers. And we're going to have a little bit of paint trading here. Because I know that that destroyer was hurt. So this is one of the things that I like to do. I know he can't torpedo me. Even if he could, he's just fired. So I would have between 45 seconds and a minute, minute and a half, depending on the type of destroyer it was, to run them down and gun them to death. And this Acasta is quite punchy. So we run into the smoke, and if you don't know the trick already, at 2 kilometers, it doesn't matter if you're in a smoke screen or anything, you are going to get spotted. There he is. Turn, guns on, and it's good night Irene to him. I'm not going to fix my rudder because I don't need to turn out of anything. Now I fix my rudder because I didn't want to be stuck there with 2 cruisers coming in. So we take a little trip to the beach here because I just needed to run straight and keep my guns on. I'm going to pop smoke, put a few shots towards the Königsberg. I'm on 2 kills, not a lot of damage, just 2 destroyers. And if you do look, centre of the map, there is my mate Vinny Speed charging in. Now, where my worry with this Königsberg is that little jink he did, his torpedoes coming towards my smoke. And if he gets too close, he's going to have sonar on me. And that could potentially be dangerous. So I'm moving out. I'm going to slap some torpedoes on there. But as you'll see, the other cruiser that spent the whole time running away and is about to go past Vinny on his way to the left side of the map. And Vinny will pick up that kill for the Königsberg. Now I did cost myself a Kraken with that, but I would rather be alive and on 4 kills than dead with a Kraken. So this is the trick with the British destroyers, in that you can single launch your torpedoes. Those 2 battleships have been coming down that side of the map for the whole game, which is pretty much, what, 7.5 minutes. They haven't been in the battle. You'll notice the other shadow is still at the top of there for the other battleship, but he is shortly going to appear. They're in division, they've sailed all the way down there, unable to put any fire into this game whatsoever. And for his efforts, he goes down with 4 torpedo hits, 2 floods, and a dev strike. Now, here we are, 8 minutes into the game, and the left flank have finally made it round to red cap. Koenig knows that he's the last man. I've got nothing to lose here, so I'm just going to keep him spotted and hopefully let the other guys get some fire on and do him some damage. I'm waiting for my torpedoes to reload. I've got 30 seconds. And really there's only one thing to do in this circumstance. He doesn't know I'm there. He knows his friend's being torpedoed, but you see that his guns are there shooting towards Vinny. Vinny's coming through the islands. He's broadside of Vinny. And just as I get ready to launch my torpedoes here, I notice the target indicator swinging, which means he's turning in. So he is going to go bow on to Vinny. And that is my opportunity. I know I'm going to get detected, and I hate to see people YOLO and get it wrong, and I very nearly get it wrong here. Here come the secondaries. I'm within secondary range. He's turning back towards me. He's trying to get his guns on me. And there's nothing worse than staring down the barrels of a battleship's guns. So he's turned into me, but he realised he would be going broadside to Vinny. So he's now turning out. He's going to force me into a turn, and I am going to get absolutely hammered there. I lose nearly every single hit point I've got. I'm praying that my secondaries, or that his secondaries aren't going to kill me. And just like that, dev strike, high caliber, and the match is over. Just under 100,000 damage, 3 dev strikes, and top of the board with 4 kills and 2,466 global XP. So that is how I play destroyers, and I turn right when everybody else goes left.